Oh, hey guys. How the frigs are going today? Today is gonna be a let's work in the garage day. What my battle plan is pretty simple. I got these two mini bikes down here. One works, kinda. The other one needs a motor. I want to sell them both because I need to make room down there so I can clear a lot of the crap up here out of the way so I can fire that girl in here so I can use that compressor and that spray gun to put a new coat on it. So that's the battle plan for today. And yes, I am currently using a tripod as a selfie stick and not a gorilla pod, a full-fledged 6-foot tripod. Lovely jubbly. Anyway, let's get to moving some stuff around and then we'll get ourselves the mini bike up here. Let's go. Okay, got the black bike up here. Now, this is basically the problem. This plate is where the motor goes, but as you see, a large chunk is missing here, and Buddy tried to fix it by just slamming a piece of weld on to nothing. So what I'm thinking is I want to flip this bike upside down and put a piece of angle underneath it to basically reinforce the broken off piece and weld it to this plate as well as to this tube frame. My welding skills suck, I will admit. I'm not the best welder on the planet, but I think this is a possibility because right now the issue is this wobbles around. And when the engine wobbles around, it causes some problems on the chain and the chain falls off the sprocket. There's the chain right there. So this is an issue that we had on the trails a bunch of times. So Rex came over, we pulled the engine. I was going to do it back then, but I lost ambition. You know how it is. You know, we stopped going out. Rex sold his mini bike. I had nobody to ride with, so I basically said frig it and just kind of shoved them down there for the time being. But now I need this area down here for storage. Basically, I want to put these chairs down there, this table down there, some other stuff down there. I don't know. I'm going to try and sell Oreo's old crate. Probably just going to let it go for 10 bucks. That's my my Kijiji asking price for stuff I just want to get rid of. 10 bucks. People come back and ask 5. I let them have it. That's the battle plan there. So the red bike, I'll get it up here. That one there works sort of. I just got to align the rear tire a little better. I'll show you that reason why. When you're driving it, it's fine. But when you're coasting it, it makes this atrocious sound. And I'm pretty sure it's the chain getting kind of bent because the tire, the cog in the back isn't exactly level. So I'm going to have to figure that out. That should be fun. But as for this one here, all I need to do is weld the motor mount, and then I should have the motor up here somewhere, which it's right there. And it already has, oh good, it already has the thing on it. Oh, that's going to be easy. I was wondering where the hell I put that. The gear reducer. But I didn't put it anywhere because it's still there. This engine here I thought was broken. Turns out that engine's fine. The noise I was hearing was the chain rattling around because of the motor mount, or whatever you want to call that plate where the motor sits. I guess the motor mount, because you're mounting a motor onto it. Because the motor would shift around and bounce around, it was causing the chain to make the sound of a knocking engine. Since I removed that engine, I did fire it, and I held it still, and it was not easy. But it ran fine. The problem was not the engine, the problem was the bike the whole time. So I'm just going to put that engine back onto it. I still have this here brand spanking new Power Fist 6.5 horse, which would probably be pretty friggin' awesome on Chippy instead of that 4 horse. Just saying. But we'll hang on to that. It's not in the way. One day we'll need a motor, or somebody will need a motor for a wood splitter or a pressure washer or a generator or whatever. I'll have one on hand to sell them. Because, like I say, it's off in the corner, not doing anything, so who cares? And plus, I got a whole bunch of Tecumsehs up here, and I got a Subaru right. No, it's a Tecumseh. That's a Subaru engine back there, a little 5-horse Subaru, which is about the same size as the 4-horse that's sitting on Chippy over here. So, that's the thing. Anyway, I'm just gift for gabbing over here. What else did I want to do? Oh yeah, I want to sweep this floor because it looks like we had fall in here. So let me go ahead and do that, and I'll chime back in once we start welding. I won't be filming the welding for obvious reasons that I don't feel like breaking this $1,000 camera. I'll show you the before and after, and you can make fun of my shitty welds. So as you can see, let's get that thing out of the way. That's the throttle cable. Not a lot of meat there to hook onto. I need to clean this up and grind down a spot where I'm going to weld to. Find a piece of metal to put in there. That's going to be the hard part. Where the hell's my metal stock? I think it's back here. Oh boy. Okay, I got to go find something that I'm going to use to build the brace. Then we'll remount the engine, wire it all up, make it sound easy, but I have no idea what the frig I'm doing, boys. Alright, found some pretty much bed frame. A lot of people say don't use this for anything but beds, but you know what? Frig it. So I need to cut it. So I have to use my angle grinder with a cutting disc. And I need to clear off my bench because it's full of shit. So let's get after this. Alright, so I basically screwed up. First cut I made was on the wrong side. Thought about it afterwards. Realized I'm dumb. Then I cut it again, and now we have a not a bad lineup. Problem is there's still some welds in there from the previous owner, so I have to grind those out. I'm probably going to use my Dremel to do it, because I can get it in there with the Dremel. And then grind those out so I can actually slide this piece of metal all the way up to the corner, so I can tag it to the corner and then tag it to the bar. Now I need to drop this down. I'm going to have to grind this back a bit. So I got to cut it about halfway. So that's not a problem. Let's go ahead and put it back in the vise and cut it. I'm starting to wreck my shirt though. With a few grinds here and there, weld that in. Should keep her nice and steady. Throw a coat of paint on it. Call it a freaking day. Alright, well we're all ready to weld. But I just came into a problem. I don't think this thing's auto dimming. I really don't feel like going blind. Because right now it's green. And I should be able to aim it at the light. And that brightness should make it go dark. But it don't do that. It don't do that. This is a problem. And this is where social media will shine. So I posted a video of those switches showing that I had an auto dimming helmet. That is not auto dimming. I'm sure somebody out there will tell me what they do. Chances are, battery's fried in it. Not holding the charge. I don't know if those are easily replaceable, if they're just standard AA nickel metal hydrides or lithium ions or whatever. I don't even know what a welding helmet costs right now. Could check Cambodian Tire, I guess. Well, I had it sitting in the window here for about 10 minutes and it's actually getting sunlight because if you can tell outside we got shadows because the sun is trying to come out. Or the clouds are moving out of the way. Well, however you want to look at it. So, like I said, I just want to weld this in, but I really don't want to arc my face off, so we'll probably have to pick this up tomorrow. That could very well be it. This is the best part about doing the not daily vlogs, is if you run into a snag and you need more time, you now have more time. You can just finish the video another day, put it up. It's freaking sweet. So, we'll leave that like that. This won't hurt it. Gonna have to regrind this plate down again tomorrow. It's guaranteed. She's gonna rust overnight because that's what it does. But I did notice that I have some black spray paint right here. So once I get everything welded in place, I can coat it and prevent it from rusting again until it's no longer my problem and somebody buys the damn thing. So that's the plan, guys. Fix it up, sell it. Fix it up, sell it. I got a brand new frickin' helmet back here too. Probably gonna sell it because I don't plan on buying a motorcycle. I already sold my motorcycle jacket and the gloves. Kept the helmet for mini biking, but we don't do that anymore. Sell it. Got a bunch of crap in here. Probably gonna junk it. Yeah, man. Just gonna make some room down here so I can stuff other things like this lawnmower, this office chair. I probably just toss that. It's garbage. I only need one office chair in here to sit on while I barbecue, even though I should stand. It's a little bit more of a calorie burn, but sometimes sitting is fitting. And gradually over time, we'll get this place all cleared out. I should find out from my dad if he's home and bring him back his thing, his wheelbarrow. I don't need it. Oh, but it is turning out to be a beautiful day today. So that's pretty sweet. Lawn looks like crap. It's because it's mainly weeds. And the backyard is no better. But that robin looks like he's finding some worms. Good for you, buddy. Well, I guess there's nothing else I can do out here until this thing charges. So we'll let it do its thing. And then we'll check on it tomorrow. And see if we can finish this job. I'm going to head back in the house. For Reggit. No reason to be out here with nothing to do. Baba cake. What's going on, guys? Welcome to day 2 of the mini bike build. Alright, so I've gone ahead last night and left the welding helmet over here in the window so that it would get a charge. Let's see if it actually worked. So we got light, and theoretically that should be enough to cause it to dim, but it doesn't. So unfortunately I have no sun out here to really test with. Let me crank up the sensitivity. So the sensitivity is cranked, but it's not dimming with the sun or with these ultra bright light LEDs. Tempted just to take it out and give it a try. Hopefully I don't get welder's flash. I probably will. I didn't get much corrosion overnight, which is good. I'm probably just going to give her a rip. I'm not going to film it, and we'll see what happens. Alright, well the helmet does work, so let's get welding. Some people wouldn't film this because it's, you know, shit. But I don't really care. I need a lot more practice in welding. That's a given. Suck at it, but got a little bit more to do. I want to tack some other areas. It's not coming off. Well, until you hit a good bump with it. Hey, you know what? It just has to hold so I can sell it. Alright, it's not the prettiest. Go ahead and make comical expressions now. But my camera would focus instead of focusing on the lawnmower. There we go. We got ourselves the plate welded, and she'll hold. Before this whole thing went up and down, now she ain't going nowhere. That's good. Good enough for me. So, what I want to do now is I want to spray it just to make it, you know, all unified and keep it from rusting out. Now keep in mind, if I was keeping this thing, I would have done it right. You know, I would have at least freaking replaced that entire plate in the bottom with one that's, you know, good. But I'm not keeping it, so I just need it to look good to sell it. Let it be somebody else's problem. Alright, quick blast of trim clad later. We'll let that dry. Then we'll flip it over and get the old friggin' Honda clone out of the closet. Stab it on, see if I can remember how. I gotta remember where the hell I put all the hardware for it too. I don't even know where the friggin' engine bolts are. I think they might be over here. I'm thinking underneath this Dremel. Hang my hammer back up somewhere. I thought I had a hook for my hammer. Sure, you will do. Okay, I could have sworn it was somewhere in here. Alright, I'm going to have to do some looking around because I don't know where my engine bolts are. Yay! I thought I left them in here. This is all carb stuff. Oh, because they're underneath. I'm just going to set this on top of the welder. Not sure what that came off of. But there are the bolts to mount the engine. There's the chain that goes between the gear reduction thingy. And there is the old clutch. Perfect. Got all the parts. Just going to wait for this paint to dry. Shouldn't take too long. It's trim clad. Then we'll get back at it. Easy, sleazy, lemon squeezy. Also, as an extra added bonus, I took one of the mirrors from the mini bike, stuck it on my pedal bike, so now I can see behind me. So I don't have to do the awkward stand up, look around, and see if there's a car coming up behind me. Now I can just see them. Look, you can see me. Okay, I definitely need to clean that mirror. There, that's better. The reason why I only put one on this side and not on that side was for two reasons. Number one, the gear shifter kind of gets in the way and makes it kind of difficult to mount one there. And number two, if you're following the laws of riding a pedal bike, theoretically, you should only need one on this side because who cares what's coming up behind you in the ditch? You know, you're supposed to drive on the same side as a car drives. That's the law, so by having it on this side, I should be okay. But not a lot of people follow the law, so it's the way she goes. Anyway, I'm just going to wait for this to dry before we flip it, and I'll chime back in a bit. Alright, just went into the house, edited up the footage I have. Decided to come out here and check on the paint. It's dry. Cool. Alright, let's flip it. Get that engine out of the cupboard. Mount it. Well, it looks like my camera's going to get a little cruddy, but got the engine sitting on it. I just got to line it up. Run some bolts. Figure out how to hook things up. I might have to reference the other bike, which is the bonus of having two bikes. This friggin' lawnmower. On how exactly the throttle cable was attached. I'm sure there's something underneath here that it hooked onto. Oh, Jesus. Okay, I think my first goal should be to actually mount this engine, and then we'll start dicking around with it. Let's do that first. Alright, before I started filming, I wanted to clean my hands up because they were really black, but got the engine bolted on. It's good to go. Just need to run the chains and all that fun stuff. So, this sprocket is on the outside. So chances are that one there runs to this one here, which means this one here runs to the back chain. So I'm going to want to mount that first. Okay. Alright. Got the first chain mounted. Had to disconnect the engine and pull it back so I can make it fit. But it's on there. And it does its chain-like thing when you move the bike, so that's good. Next, I got to rebuild this thing. Okay. Alright, got the clutch installed. I'm going to look at the other bike to see exactly how the chain is ran, and then run the chain. Not sure what the hell's going on here, but I can't get this chain to wrap around. Like literally, we took this chain off, and all I did was just bolt the torque converter back on, and it totally doesn't fit, even when you release the tensioner. This doesn't make any sense. I am at a complete loss as to what the hell is going on here. There's no adjustment except for that tensioner, but I can pull it clear out of the way, and this damn chain will not fit around that sprocket. And if it does, there's going to be so much tension, you won't even need a damn tensioner. Yet you come down here, and you look at the red bike, and look at the way it's set up. There's plenty of room, and if you release the tensioner, look at all the slack you get. Like tons. So what the hell am I doing wrong? I don't know. It was a while ago when Rex came over and helped me with this. I can't remember what the frig we did. Okay, well I kind of took it from method with the chain. Only problem I'm having is I can't remember how to get these clips back on. Oh yeah, there we go. I took apart the chain and then ran it, and now I'm just trying to remember how to get these clips back on. I think I can use a pair of needle nose pliers and pinch it on. Gonna give that a go. Okay, needle nose saved the day. We're back in business. As you can see, everything moves. We're good to go. Except for one problem. Can't remember how the hell. I got the electronics hooked up, got the ground wire, the kill switch hooked up. I just can't remember where this goes. There's a lot of shit going on in here. Like, I don't think it just hooked up to there. I think it hooked up to something back there. Let's go reference the working mini bike. And see what kind of nonsense it has on the go. Let me move stuff around. Okay, this one actually has all of its parts, and judging by this, there's a little doohickey back there. And when you turn the throttle, it moves that. So, that means on this bike, there is a doohickey back there. But I'm not seeing the same attachment. Will this even reach back there? Well, it will. I'm gonna have to do some figuring on this, because the last thing I need to be doing is being out riding it and the throttle gets stuck wide open. Alright, so I took the filter off so I can get closer to the mechanism. On the other mini bike, they literally had this bolted here, but they had a different apparatus than this one here has, and I can't get this wire to stick around. Now, I was wishing that this nut would come up so I could pinch it underneath the nut, because that would be a better idea, but that nut doesn't seem to move. So I don't know how the frig I'm going to do this. Oh, I'm going to tinker with it some more. Talk to you in a bit. After further inspection, close observations, I'm going to see if I can get a zoom on this. The nut has a hole in it. It's got to pass the wire through it. I don't know if the same is on the other side. It doesn't look that way. So there's a hole in on this side. Pass wire into it, fire screw into it, lock it down, call it a day. Alright. We have throttle control again. Sweet. So, all we need to do now is put the air filter back on. So yeah, I guess I need a seat, eh? Sitting down would probably be a good idea to ride a motorcycle. Put the chain guards back on. Take her for a rip. Alright, it's a mini bike again. I just got to put the chain guard on the thing there. But now I can't get the son of a bitch to start, and it's probably because of the 17-year-old gas in the gas tank. Or the carb needs to be cleaned. I don't feel like doing any of that. I just want to get rid of the damn thing. I was kind of hoping to take a rip on it today, but honestly, I might not even care. I might just take them, rinse them off, dump them, get rid of them. Save up a whole bunch of room in the back shed. And then I can use down here to put Chippy. Wheelbarrow's going back to Dad's. Holy shit, it's already 4:30 at night. Hopefully somebody buys this thing and that chair is going in the garbage. That's pretty much going to open this all up. I'm going to get these garbage cans and fire them down there, except for one. I'm going to leave one outside. Probably, it's going to be raccoon bait, mind you, but right over here. But we will have a wide open garage to work in, and it should be pretty damn grand once I get rid of these. So it's all back together. Now I just need some carb work. I might just post it as is and just get rid of it. Same with that one. Post it as is. Just get rid of it. Oh, I should probably put the chain guard on this one. Oh, man. At one point, guys, I was sitting cross-legged on the floor. Haven't sat like that since I was 6. And there we go. Project somewhat successful. Can't take it for a maiden voyage. It's going to try some fresh gas in it and see what happens. You know, maybe that's all the problem is. Doesn't have much in the tank. I'm going to throw some jerry can gas into it. See if we can get it to fire. I don't feel like troubleshooting this, but she won't fire. Trying my darndest. I'm not sure if what I'm doing wrong here. That's in the on position. Choke is in the on position. Gas is in the on position. Will not fire. I did hook up the electricals right. It's gonna need carb work. That's a shame. If I had some Sure Start, I know I can get it started. But I don't have any of that. So I'll frig it. Anyway, I'm not going to care about that. Somebody will buy it, put a carb kit into it, have fun with it. Same with the red bike. We'll get those posted and get them out of here. Make some room for the real project. Done with the off-road life. Now I want to get the on-road life. You know what I mean? Yeah, you know what I mean. Anyway, people, I'm filthy, I'm disgusting. I'm pretty sure that's never going to wash off. Project Minibike was a semi-success. It's back together. It just doesn't fire. Like I said, I don't plan on doing carb work on it. I know people are going to say, well, you're not going to get much for a non-working product. Honestly, I just want them gone. Or I might just fire them in the backyard and tarp them and let them rot on their own accord. Hand soap and seem to have worked a little bit, but I still got a lot of black in areas that I can't get to. But I'm going to call it here. Oh man, I just realized I got freaking grease all over my face. How bad is that? Oh yeah, that's mint. So then, people, thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, click the like button. Any questions, comments, concerns, down below they go. And until next time, peace the frig out. Sit, stupid, sit. Good dog.